Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for my very first video. I'm really excited about this. I have recorded this over and over and over again in different settings, in different forms. I've had video like this, I've done PowerPoint slides, and I'm like, I've dressed up in different ways and I went, all right, I've had it. I'm getting comfortable. I'm just going to deliver you the information. I'm going to look like a coach in my sweats, right? And I just need to deliver this to you. My name is Corinne Schultz. I am the host of Zone of Potential Quick Zaps. Quick Zaps are geared towards helping professionals transition to new jobs, new careers, or even retirement. But, really, the topics that I'm going to be delivering can be used for anybody. Tonight's topic is a prime example of that, and that's state of mind. So you'll hear coaches quite often talk about states and goals and achieving results of them. And you're like, how in the world can a state achieve a result or an outcome? Well, it does, right? And then many of us get stuck in a certain state that's not helpful to us, and we can't get out of it. And we don't even try to get out of it until something terrible happens, like it affects our health or other issues arise. And we all know that we should transform before devastation kicks in, but do we? Do we know how to? And then if we knew how to, would we want to, or should we? Is it time to? Are we done with it? So today, I'll run you through some factors about your state, illustrate how you can shift states, and then I'll give you some basic ideas to practice flipping the switch to get the feedback that you want instead of what you've been getting. So really what you prefer. I do have slides, and I've presented them before. If you would like them, I'll post them. So just bear with me as I flip. So I want to make sure you get all the information, right? An admin note also, this recording will not only be posted on YouTube, but I'm going to post a link to my website, which is zoneofpotential.com. It's actually under construction right now, so none of the links work, but that's quite all right. When it is up, this will be posted along with any other videos that I create. I also will have a free workbook or journal that's for you. It's called Creating Your Pathways Within Your Zone of Potential, and it is a tool for you to use to create your next path within your zone. And then last, I do create weekly newsletters called Ponderous Points, and what Ponderous Points is it takes a topic and asks you questions or gives you different ways of looking at things that arise throughout the day. So you might be stuck looking at it one way. Did you think about looking at it this way? And like a DJ, I do take requests. So if there's a point that you want me to ponder on and get the message out, please let me know. And if there's a video, if there's some information that that you have a request for me to create a video on, please don't hesitate to send me an email, corinne.schultz@zoneofpotential.com, and I'll get it out to you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about state. And what is a state? So a state is primarily your mood. It's your disposition. It's your current emotional or mental state. It's how you're feeling. So are you happy? Are you sad? Are you confident? Are you scared? Are you angry? That's what a state is. And it affects your thoughts, and it affects your behaviors. And your thoughts affect your mood too, which then affects your behaviors. So your state is felt not only in your head, but it's also in your face and throughout your body. So you can see when somebody's tense. You can see when somebody's happy. You can see when somebody's confident. Basically, your state is how you are at any given moment. So there's 6 factors that I'm going to be delivering to you this evening about your state of mind. And we'll go through each one, and I'll give you some examples and give you some details expound a little bit more on each one. But if you get nothing else out of this video, one primary key factor is that you can have whatever state you want now. You don't have to wait for it. You can have it now. We'll illustrate that for you. So if you smile and you think happy thoughts, feel your body. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your jaw is relaxed. Your eyes are wide, but they're not too wide. You're just open. Your head is up. Seems pleasant. Now think of a sad puppy. Think of somebody running over your dog. Or just a sad event that you have. Your face gets drawn. Your shoulders go down and hunch forward a little. Your voice becomes softer. So it affects your whole body. Now what about angry? And that's when my voice really starts to stand out. And my gestures become sharp and they become rigid. And my eyebrows come together and my jaw clenches and my teeth are gritting together. But if you noticed, I switched between each one of them. I could have each one in each one of those moments. Now try this. Be happy. Now, while you're happy, get angry. I can't do it. Try it. It doesn't work. So just know you can really have one emotion at a time, but you can have it now and you can decide. And not only can you have it now, but you can also hold it for a long period of time. You can hold it any state you want for as long as you want. And so when you do that, you can have, let's just say that you're happy for long periods of time. And that's what I call a spiral up, right? And that's when you create those hormones, those happy hormones, and it's healthy. What about when you spiral down? And that's when you create those long chronic problems, chronic depression, anxiety, all those other disorders, if you will. And then over time, that has an effect on you. And it has an effect on your health, but it also has an effect on your relationships. It has an effect on your focus. And if your focus is affected, you're definitely affecting your work. Can you shift your state time after time after time throughout your day in order to get what you want? And then if you can, awesome. But are you sure you're going to get what you want out of the situation when you do shift that time? When you do shift your state? Maybe, maybe not. And why do I say that? Because the third factor about your state is that it's ambiguous. Emotions mean different things to different people. So you could see an event going on. We could be standing in the hallway and I could be having a conversation about this little turtle walking across the road. But I'm excited about the little turtle walking around. But I could be given some driving things. Oh my gosh, that turtle was right in the middle of the road, and he was trying to make it to the other side, and I just want to get out of the car and pick him up and help him over there, but I couldn't, and I just felt like there were other cars, and I was afraid it was gonna power over him. And then somebody walks by, and they may be thinking that I'm chewing this guy out or this gal out. But I'm not. I'm just having a conversation about a turtle. So there's a misinterpretation of what's going on. And then the other piece of that is that the actual words themselves can have different meanings. So love means something different to different people, right? Some people look at love as quality time. Some look at love as words of affirmation. And that's what love means to them. Some need gifts. But if they don't get what they need, they're not feeling the love. So that's what I mean by it's ambiguous. It's in how it's perceived by others, and then what each means, each emotion means. And then if you notice when I talked about this, you can hear that it doesn't just affect me, it affects everybody around us. So unlike goals, which are me-oriented, states of being are actually, they affect everybody. Because when you bring yourself, you are the cause. You're going to get an effect. So every action you bring, and you know this is good physics, right? Every action gets a reaction. So if I come in and I'm pleasant in the morning time, then the reaction would normally be, at least normally, right? There might be tension going on already that I'm not aware about. But when I come in and I'm pleasant, typically I'll get a pleasant response back. But if I come in angry to the situation, then I'm going to get something else. And the question there is, what else? What do I want? If I'm coming angry, am I coming with a response that I'm trying to get from the situation? So another example is the boss comes in, the big boss comes in, she, whatever, because it slams the door shut. Woo! So people are looking around at each other and like, the boss is pissed. Don't go in there. Don't go see him. And then you could feel a tension mount in the air. And it can create a snowball effect to where it affects everybody in there. And then it could have a domino effect. So the snowball is then everybody gets tense and everybody gets stressed out. Well, I can't say everybody, I'd say most everybody. But then there's a domino effect. And this person calls that person, and that person lets that person know, hey, you know, the boss is pissed. Okay. And, you know, bosses need people to approach them. But you never can tell. That might have been the boss's intent. So maybe the boss didn't want to be approached. So it's all about intent. It's all about what you want and how you want folks to respond to you is how you need to come to those situations. But how do I do that? Wait, is it difficult? No. It's not difficult. Matter of fact, it's quite simple. There's no steps involved. You just do it. You just flip the switch. There's no steps. This isn't a basic box step. This isn't the salsa, right? This is just you flip the switch and you decide what you want to be in terms of your state of mind. Because you can go from crying on the floor to happy. Kids do it all the time. You see a kid throwing a fit on the floor because he wants the lollipop or she wants the lollipop. And then you give them the lollipop, it's like a miracle. All the tears go away, and they're, thanks, and they're really happy. Boop, 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 and off they go. It's like, what just happened there? Yes, we used to be able to do that. What happened? How come we can't do that now? Well, because we've created new behaviors. And oh, by the way, I don't know that might work for us, but you get the point there. Is that the child had an outcome that they wanted, and then achieve the outcome. So you can too. What is the outcome you want? Don't go throwing a fit on the floor because probably not going to get the outcome that you're going to be hoping for. Or maybe you do want that. I don't know. In any case, so okay, if I just flip the switch, yeah, that sounds easy enough. But what about those big events? I mean, what about the anticipation leading up? So let's just say that I have a big meeting in the afternoon, and I'm nervous. What do I do? You can write affirmations. I actually like to say affirmations instead of write it. So I walk my dog in the morning time, and this one day, I mean, I've been creating this brief and this presentation for quite some time, but this one day I had to present the workforce results of a climate survey, and even though it was my information, I was quite nervous. I hadn't presented anything for quite some time, so I'm a little bit nervous there. And I said, how am I going to get through that? I know all the information. I've practiced it over and over and over again. I am just not comfortable. So what I did was, in my morning time with my dog, I was like, you know what? Let me try this affirmation thing. So I said 3 little lines. I am confident. I am powerful. I am kind. I thought those would be the most appropriate 3 sentences that I could say throughout the day that would apply to what I'm getting ready to present. So I did. So I walked her for about 45 minutes, and so about a half an hour, that's what was going through my head. Came back, got ready for work, got to work, and then when I got to work, I just kept saying it over and over and over again. So when I got up in front of the workforce, I felt confident. I delivered in a powerful manner, but a very kind manner, because I was quite concerned obviously about the workforce. And I say obvious for me. I was very concerned about the workforce. So I wanted to make sure that people knew that we were concerned about their concerns. So it worked. Does it work all the time? I don't know. It doesn't hurt to try, right? And so what about the longer lasting changes? What about, I mean, that's a day-to-day thing, right? That's a big event thing. What about how you are through the day? Is how you are generally in your normal day-to-day function, is that working for you? Let me tell you, if it's not working for you, the first thing you need to do is to make sure that you are paying attention to yourself. Pay attention to you. We're not robots, but we have certain states that we normally gravitate toward. And what state are you bringing to your environment? And is it working for you? How are you, when you wake up in the morning, how do you wake up? Besides open your eyes, put your feet on the floor, right? But how do you feel when you wake up? Do you get up and you're tired? And are you tired because you just don't feel like going to work? I mean, what is it? What about when you are getting ready to perform in front of a crowd or hold a meeting that you have a feeling is going to be contentious? What about when you come home at the end of the day? Are you bringing work home? Are you bringing the drive home? So think about that. What state are you normally in throughout the day? And once you do, how are your states of mind helping you? What's working? What's appropriate? Some are appropriate, some of those states of mind that some folks may not deem are helpful can be helpful. Like, I get angry at myself when I don't do something that I said I was going to do. Maybe I forgot or whatever, and then I get angry at myself, and that puts fire into my butt to get it done. I also find it appropriate for me to cry at funerals. But if I was going to get up and speak at a funeral, I certainly wouldn't want to be crying, although I did at my mom's funeral, right? But if I was to create a eulogy or something like that, I want to be the strength. Be the strength for the entire, for the whole crowd that's there. I can cry later. But I have to hit a certain state that's going to be appropriate for the situation that I'm in. And then what states are you hitting that are holding you back? Sometimes there are states, obviously, that are not helpful or inappropriate. And what are those? You know, you're not going to laugh, or, well, maybe some people do. And you're not going to be laughing if somebody, ran over a dog. I got dog on the brain, right? An animal. That's kind of like gasping to me. It might be appropriate for somebody else to get the reaction that they wanted or to get the feedback that they wanted. But some of the states that we get in are holding us back. If you're coming in and you're an Eeyore, woe is me, to work every day, are you able to achieve what you want to achieve when you deal with people being in that state? How is it working for you for your body? How's it working for you for your mind? Are you able to think when you're always thinking about something else? If you're trying to concentrate and you got in the back of your head, nobody likes me, everybody hates me. Is that helpful? I don't know. That's for you to decide. And how long, if it's not helpful, how long are you going to hold on to that? And then, if it is something that you want to change, you can flip the switch and smile and change your current state. But if you want to do this time and time again, there's a certain way that you can do it. There's probably many ways, but I'm going to show you one. So the first thing that you need to do in that case, after you decide how you are throughout your day, is identify those states that you are in not just throughout your day, in your work day. I mean, from the moment you wake up till you go to bed at night. And then, what do you normally decide for yourself? Do you normally decide when you get up every morning, I'm going to be so tired today? You've decided you're going to be tired. Whether you got sleep or not, you've decided you're going to be tired. How do you change that to get out of it? So you recognize the state that you're in that is giving you the most trouble. Are you tired? Are you angry? Are you frustrated? Are you frustrated with work so much that you just hate going in there? Are you too excited to where people just like, whoa, back off on you? Are you nervous? So what is it that's troubling you? It's giving you a hard time so that you can't get the results that you want. And then determine the state that you would prefer to be in. And when you determine that, that's going to give you the feedback that you desire. You determine that, think about what your body does and what it feels like when you're in a state. Think back to a time, let's just say that you wanted to be confident. You've been confident before. You've done some things before in the past that you're like, yep, and you're throwing your shoulders back and you've done your best and you rocked it. So throw your shoulders back, right? Feel what you felt. Hear, play that noise back in your head of what you were hearing at the time when you were most confident. And see what you feel inside. And what are the things that you were telling yourself at the time? Was there anything else outside that was going on? Were you smelling anything? Were there any tastes? What was going on? When you were at the end, did you get oranges? I mean, what was it? And then bring that feeling into your body and practice getting into that state for the day and do it for a solid week. And when you do it for a solid week, after you can, 1 to 3 states, right? I wouldn't pick any more than 1 to 3 states unless you nail it, and okay. And then when you get to a point to where you think you're ready or what have you, or you're going to have to do it, find somebody that you can do a dress rehearsal with. So find a friend, somebody who knows you and somebody you trust. Let them know what you're going to do, and then practice on them and let them know what you're doing. But just realize when you do that, this is a different person than the person that you're going to be engaging with. Once again, remember, these are ambiguous. So if you end up with a result, when you do go to put it into action, if you end up with a result that is contrary to what you wanted, you didn't get what you expected, then try a different state. Eventually, you're going to get the state that works best for the situation you're in. And just remember it. It's probably the hardest thing about it is remembering that. Yeah, that's what worked. And if something worked in the past with that person, you may have engaged that person before, and you're like, this is exactly how they like to be addressed or what have you. Then try that again. Depending on the situation, obviously, and all situations will dictate what's going to happen. But be curious. So let's recap the factors that I covered today. First of all, the factors about state. First of all, it's immediate. You can have it right now. Most important factor out of all of them is you can have it now. And you can have it as long as you want it. And then it's ambiguous. It means different things to different people, and so do the actions. It impacts everybody. And it's very simple to have. There's no steps. Maybe there's just one step, right? You just do it. And then there are various ways to get the state that you want. You could do affirmations. You could pay attention to how you are during the day and determine when you want to flip that switch. And then there's ways to maintain it. So it's all up to you and how you want to be and what results that you want to get out of your day. I want to thank everybody for their time. I really appreciate you spending this time with me today. Once again, this was my first video, and I'm really excited about it. If you have any requests that you would like for ponderous points or videos, please send them to me at corinne.schultz@zoneofpotential.com, and I'll put them in my lineup of what I'll be going through in the next few weeks. So have a great week, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.